The table shows the number of people who rode a roller coaster on 4 days. We're talking about this table. And which graph represents the data in the table? We have 4 different graphs here. 2 bar graphs, F and G are bar graphs, and H and J are pictographs. Let's go back to the start up here. The table shows the number of people who rode a roller coaster on 4 days. And here's our table we're talking about. And here's a question. Which one of those 4 graphs represents the data in the table? Looking at the table, here's the day. Day 1, 100 people rode the roller coaster that day. And day 2, it doubled from 100 to 200. And day 3, it went down halfway in between those two, 150. And in day 4 must have been on a weekend because it's just a lot of people that day. 250 people rode the roller coaster that day. Let's look at the first bar graph. That would be answer F. And let's look at this bar. Day 1 corresponds to what number? Okay. Day 2 is 200. Day 3, look down here. What do you see? And day 4, look down here. What do you see? Now this corresponds right with our table, so we're automatically going to pick F. I don't have to do any more of the graphing. But what we're trying to do is prepare us to look at bar graphs and pictographs. So let's look at answer G and find out what's wrong. Day 1 goes down to what? Day 2, what do you see here? Day 3, 200. Day 4, 100. So right here, this is wrong. Day 1, 100. Day 1, 150. Forget this one. Now, how about pictographs? How do you read a pictograph? Well, each picture here represents 25 people. So day 1, we're going to count. Count it with me. 25, this is 25, 50, 75, 100. So day 1's 100 according to this graph. And we're talking on day 2 now, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. Okay, you can see that's wrong right there. Day 2 should be 200, it's 150. Let's get some more practice reading these. Read it with me. Day 3 is 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50, 75, 200. It's not going to take us long to read this. Come on, read it with me. 25, 50, 75, 100, 25, 50, 75, 200, 25, 50. So day 4 is 250. You can clearly see this is wrong. Day 3 should be 200. Day 3 here is 150. Those do not match. Now let's go to answer J, because there's something interesting about answer J. You got half of a stick figure here, or maybe less than half, maybe more than half. So you're going to have to estimate on this one. Estimate on this one. Count it with me. 25, 50, 75, more than 75 but less than 100. We're going to say 90. Okay, read this with me. 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, 75, 200, 225, and more than 225 but less than 250. You can say 230 or 240, whatever you want to say on that. Read this one. 25, 50, 75, 100. This is an easy one. 25, 50, 75, 200. And day 4, you get that partial figure there again. Read it. 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, more than 50. More than 50. All right. More than 150, I should have said. Now you can clearly see this is wrong. So of my 4 choices, answer F is the only one that works.